Okay, I don't know whether or not I am broadcasting a video this time, or if it's audio only still, or who knows. I don't know what went wrong along the way, but somewhere along the way, I lost my video feed. I have an idea, which might have been that I think I had exited the YouTube app at one point while I was coming up with things, and I think it kind of like locked up. Okay, great, Tribe fan. Thank you very much. I think I locked up my video, my camera, and so anyway, we're okay. Back again. Yeah, I had basically had to go into my camera here on my phone and kind of move it around to get it out of whatever it was locked. So let's preface this again because you don't want to go watch the other video. This is game 116 of the Phillies 2008 Super Advanced as is, or as played replay. As played means same lineups are used each game. We already started. This is Pittsburgh at Philadelphia. Game 2 of this series at Citizens Bank Park. The Phillies were victorious in the first game. Ian Snell on the mound for the Pirates. For the Phillies, it'll be Brett Myers. We've actually got two batters in on the other video. A strikeout to Freddie Sanchez, and then Doug Mientkiewicz, the first baseman, grounded out back to Myers. And so that brings up Nate McLeod in center. Let's just real quick go back down through the rest of the Pirates lineup as well. Cleaning up Ryan Domet catching, and then Brandon Moss in left, Steve Pearson right, Jose Bautista third base, Luis Rivas short, and Ian Snell pitching. And that's where it stands. I think I got everything. We did the ballpark rules, and it's a good day. So 11 ballpark singles, 8 ballpark, or 11 for ballpark singles lefties, righties ballpark single 8, 17 for the home runs for both sides. So, and here we go. So Nate McLeod with 2 outs. And against a righty, that's a ballpark home run. He tags it, and that one is going to be gone. So, home run for McLeod. I'm not sure how many that is for him, but that gives the Pirates an early 1-0 lead. And Domet now with 2 outs. And that's a 1-7, a sticky white die there. 1-8, or no, 1-6 double. It's a 9. So back-to-back hits tag Myers here a little bit. And now Brandon Moss with a run of second. That's going to be a grounder right back to Myers. And Myers will throw to first. 1 run on the home run. So I hope you all have been doing well. I did a tournament on my Slacker tour on the History Maker Golf. I did that offline. I'm doing that tour offline at the very least till the end. So a lot of guys are, as you can see here in the live stream comments, a lot of guys are doing projects. So I'm not going to take it personally this time. Maybe next time, but not this time. All right, so for the Phillies, it'll be Rollins at short, Victorino center, Utley second base, Howard first base, Burrell left, Worth right, Dobbs at third base, Coast catching, Myers pitching. I'm not really going to give any of these guys a lot of fanfare because we've seen them a lot. The game I didn't mention in real life, the Phillies won this game 4-2. In game 1 of the series, the Pirates won in real life 2-0, and the Phillies beat them 9-4. So this could be a comeuppance game. We'll see. Rollins against Ian Snell. Ian Snell, if you are interested, not great. 5.42 ERA, 7-12. This is the type of game that the Phillies. This is the type of pitcher the Phillies turn into Cy Young. So 4-3. He's batting from the left, and that will be a fly ball to right. Steve Pearce 3, E13. 3-3 is going to be a problem. That's going to be a double. And we'll see if the E13 leads to any errors. I think, let's see, 13-10 should be okay, and it is. But that's going to be a leadoff double for Jimmy Rollins. And I'll bring up Shane Victorino. So nothing on the base pass. 211 against a righty. That is a ballpark single. He's batting from the left, 1 to 11. That would make it first and third with nobody out. And it's a 12. So that will be a liner to Freddie Sanchez, and that'll be out number 1. Now let's see. Rollins' second number is what? 14. Snell +5. Domit +2. So you take 14, you subtract 4, and then you add 5. Rollins going to try to get a lead here. He needs to get a 4, 5, or 6 when we roll these. And it's a 4. He can go. So he's going to try to steal third. Again, you take 14. They're holding him, so it's going to be a 10. But then you add 5 because Snell is +5. Domit's +2. So that makes it 1 to 15 chance he steals third. And he gets caught stealing, so ran themselves out of a potential run there. Chase Utley against a righty 2-6, a 1 to 8 single. 16, so that'll be a grounder to first, and that will end the inning. So call it U3. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. So there is Stratomatic Delaware, my fellow Delawarean there. So hello. A lot of people here. That's fun time. Second inning, 1-0 Pittsburgh. Figure, yeah, actually, getting the Pirates on here probably is a good thing. There are plenty of Pirates fans. 4-7 against a righty, strikes him out. So, oops, wrong side of the chart. I wonder if that's because there's a lot of Steeler and Penguin fans, and so it kind of follows that if Pirates fans are going to root for those teams, or if if Steelers fans are going to root for baseball teams, probably going to be the Pirates. Pirates have had some good years, but not so much recently. Righty Bautista, fly ball to right. This will be worth 2 range. 2 and 10 is fine. Gets to it. E3 and 12. He'll make the catch for number 2. And now Luis Rivas. One 8, and that's a grounder to Rollins, and 1, 2, 3. A good inning for Myers. He hasn't had too many of those recently. So yeah, so Stratomatic Delaware, you got to check out his channel. He's got all. I mean, if you had, I feel like I put out a variety of different types of videos. He's got all sorts of sports going on, and check it out. If I had a check, I'd do the check it out. Here we go. What am I going to do here? Second inning. I'm getting a little bit off the out of sorts here. Ryan Howard. Well, that's going to be a walk. So, see if the Phillies can do better with their leadoff runner than they did last inning. Of course, Howard's not going to be thinking about stealing. Pat the bat. Another 3-6 and another walk. So, that's going to bring up Jason Worth. Guy with some power. And a potential wild pitch, 1 to 9 for Snell. It's a 3, so everybody's going to move up a bag. So second and third, nobody out, with Worth still at the plate. And they'll play infield back, looking for a, oh boy, another 1. 1 to 9. This time a 12, so no consecutive wild pitches in the same at bat. Here's Worth. 111 grounder to short. B, that's going to score a run. Let me double check. Infield back, second and third, B, 5. If hit the second or short, Runners advance a base, so that will tie the ball game. Worth with an RBI, and Burrell moves to third. If Greg Dobbs can hit one out of the infield, might get an RBI on a sac fly or something like that. Against a lefty, 5-9 grounder to second base. This time they would, I think they would still be playing. I think we're going to be saying they were going to play the infield in there, trying to cut off a go-ahead run at this point in the game. So Burrell will stay there. Chris Coast, they're going to intentionally walk Coast to get to Myers. So with 2 outs, runners at first and third. And a 1-7 will be a strikeout to end the inning. So maybe a little liberty there. But I'm not sure they would have played infield in real life or not. But I'm going to give the Pirates the benefit of the doubt here because I don't want to cost them a run. We love the hate. Huh. Nothing too wrong with the Red Sox. Out of the Boston teams, they may be the most redeemable. All right, Snell, top of the third, 1-1, 4-8. Against a righty, 4-8. That is going to be a double, so bad beat there for Mr. Myers. Freddie Sanchez could bunt here, but instead is going to just swing away. 6-6. Against a righty, that's a strikeout, so 1 away. Second 6-6 roll today. Doug Minkiewicz. Snell still at second. Against a lefty, 6-11. That's going to be a grounder back to Myers. Again, need a 4 or above on this roll. It's a 6, so that should advance the runners at the very least. And he's a 0. I roll those anyway just because I figure let's make sure that. Let me double check. I think this will be a G3 and the runner will advance. Pitcher 3, yeah, G3. G3, runner at second. Right. Could be decided. They're just going to take the out, so they'll let that goes to decide, and we're going to let Snell advance to third. McLath now, who homered in the first inning with 2 outs. Against a lefty, 4-7 strikes him out, and Myers escapes the inning without any further damage. No runs, 1 hit, and a runner stranded at third. Whoops. So, J-Roll, who led off with a double and then got thrown out on the base paths, will lead off the third inning against Snell. In a tie ball game, 4-7 lefty. He'll draw a walk, so he's reached twice, starting to get a little hot here. He's going to try and get a lead, but doesn't get it here. So it'll be Shane Victorino with Rollins at first. He could steal. He would still have a he would have a 1-15 chance. We might do that with 1 out. We'll see. So Victorino, he strikes out. So this is the time. Will Rollins get dinged twice? So he's going to try to steal 1-15 chance again. Right on the money. There's a 15, so he will steal second. And Utley will come up. 5-3. Against the lefty, grounder back to Snell. 2-0. 2 and 18. That will be a G1, no advance, unless there's an error, but he's an E0, so we don't worry about it. No advance for Rollins. 2 outs. Ryan Howard. We have the runner at second. Against the lefty. 4-11, a ballpark single. That would not score the run. So let's see. That is a 1-11 for a lefty. And it'll be a liner to second, and that will end the inning. So Rollins makes it down to second with a stolen base, 1 for 1. Thieving today so far, but still only the 1 run, and it's tied at 1. So I guess there's a little bits of problem with the feed. I'm not sure. That must be on. Not sure if that's on YouTube's end or what. So Domit batting from the left, 5-10. That's going to be catcher X. Coast, a 4E5, so not great. With nobody on base, it should be all right. 4, that would be a foul out. Pass ball if a guy was on, or a pass ball check if someone was on. But now the E5 and 14. No error. He'll just make the play. That'll be a foul out for out number 1. Brandon Moss against the lefty 5-8, a grounder to Utley. Utley's 2E14. A 2 and an 18, he'll get to it easily. And a 12 means he'll make the play. 8-12 for second baseman with less than a 20. What did I had those figured out, but less than, might be 25. Same thing for shortstops. No error. So Steve Pierce, whoa, 3-6. And that's a grounder to Rollins, and another 1-2-3 inning for Brett Myers. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-1. And it'll be Burlworth and Dobbs for the Fightins. And that's going to be that's a check here for the little correction factor, the open triangle, 1-5. That'll be a line out to short for out number 1. Next up is Jason With. He's going to draw a walk, so a number of walks here for Snell so far. 5, including the intentional. Yeah, with the catcher and pitcher being pretty poor at holding runners, Worth will try to catch a lead here. Needs a 7, gets an 11, so no. But you do 12 minus 4 plus 5, so 1-13 chance. I think with 2 outs, we'll try and steal if Dobbs can't move him along here. Against the lefty, 6-6 strikes him out. So Worth with a 1-13. He will try to get there, and he gets an 8, so he will. So that gives Dobbs an opportunity, or Coast an opportunity maybe to score him if he can get a single 2-star or more. 3-2, and that's a grounder to Bautista, and nothing doing for the Phillies in that inning. They do get Worth on base, but can't bring him home. 1-1. Okie dokie. Top of the 5th, pitchers have been holding their own. Quite a few base runners for the Phillies, and not enough action when it comes to clutch hitting. So here is Joey Bats. I don't know if he had that nickname when he was in Pittsburgh or not. That's going to be a walk here in the top of the 5th. His steal rating's not so good. Luis Rivas up. Going to try to avoid the double play ball here. Against a righty, 4-10 ballpark single for a righty hitter, 1-8. And it's a 7, so there is some business for the Pirates. It's going to bring up Snell, who's a B bunter. The Phillies are expecting the bunt, so we'll make it a C. C9, I think that gets the job done. No, it's a 1-2. He will remain up there with 2 strikes to bunt. Nobody out. First and second. And a 10, it's going to be trouble. That is a pop out, and so the Phillies catch a break there, we will say, to the pitcher. Could call that infield fly rule. Freddie Sanchez with 1 out. So there's a potential balk. Myers with a 0 balk rating. Sanchez 1-6, a 1-9 home run chance. This is a long drive, way back there, out of here. 3-run homer for Freddie Sanchez, and the Pirates take a 4-1 lead. So Phillies don't capitalize when they've got runners on, and the Pirates come through. So that's trouble for Brett Myers. Let's see. So it'll be Mintkevich, and a 3-11 is a lefty ballpark single, 1-11, and they're getting low numbers here, so look out. Nate McLouth. Mintkevich doesn't steal, right? Yeah, so with 1 out, 5-10 against the lefty, catcher X. And it's a 2. That is going to be a wild pitch. Let's check. Oh, boy. 15 with an E5. No error, so it'll be a wild pitch. Moves Mintkevich up to second. And gives McLouth another shot here with 1 out. 3-9. Grounded to the pitcher. Second ground ball B. Runner will hold, so runner stays at second with 2 outs. Myers looks the runner back, and Dome it up now. 2 away. And he strikes out, so Myers limits the damage, but 3 runs on 3 hits and 1 left. So, see if the Phillies can bounce back here. And let's see, through 5, Phillies will, they're going to go to their bullpen. Get Chad Durbin warming up, and they will call on Jeff Jenkins to see if he can get something started here in the bottom of the 5th. So early hook for Myers, but as has happened most of this season, he's just not been very efficient at the plate, or not at the plate, pitching. He's made it harder on himself than it seems like it needed to be. So Jeff Jenkins leading off, that'll be a strikeout. So J-Roll, who has reached twice, 5-10, batting from the left, a ballpark single, so he's batting from the left, 1-11, and the Phillies aren't getting those, so maybe a long day for the South Philly bunch. Here's Victorino with 2 outs, and a 3-8, grounder to short. Rivas throws to first, and that will be all for the Phillies in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Snell pitching quite well. So Myers is done. It'll be Chad Durbin. Okay, so Brandon Moss will lead off, then Steve Pearce and Jose Bautista against Chad Durbin. Looking to try and hold this lead to only 3 strikes him out. That's a good start. Moss goes down on strikes. Here is Steve Pearce. Gets a righty 4-7, will draw a walk. Pearce will try to get a lead. Likes that 20 on the good lead, but doesn't get it. Needed a 4, got a 9. So Jose Bautista, 5-7 against a righty. That's a strikeout. So with 2 outs, it'll be Luis Rivas, who is 1 for 2 on the day. And another 4-7, that'll be another walk. And that will bring up Snell. And 2 on and 2 out. They will leave Snell in to bat. Could have been a time to pinch hit for him, but 3-5, that'll be a grounder to short, will end the inning. So no runs, no hits, 2 left. Pirates fans may have been saying, well, Rivas is a 4 E40, so this could be an opportunity, but a 17, he will get to it. Let's see if the E40, if they can get an error. 9. Let's see. Not going to do it. If it were 11 at a 9, but that's going to be a 6-3 grounder for the out. And, you know, there's only been 1 hit so far in this game for the Phillies. So Ian Snell allows an average of a hit and change per inning on his card, but not against the Phillies. So Ryan Howard, 1-3 double for this one. You know where this is going to end up. It's going to end up about 19, 16. How about that? So that makes it a fly ball to left for out number 2. Goes the other way, but not good enough. And Pat Burrell, 2-6, and he cranks that one. Too bad nobody could get on for this. It is way back and out of here. So Burrell makes it 4-2, cuts into lead, but can't cut too much into it when you don't have anybody on base. So still 2 outs, 4-2 deficit for the Phillies. Jason Worth, he'll draw a walk. Now Snell is starting to experience a little bit of trouble, and Greg Dobbs at the plate. The Pirates will get Craig Hansen warming up just in case they need him. So Dobbs with 2 outs. And Worth at first. Worth, let's see. He's going to try to get a lead. Needs a 7. And he gets it. So that's going to be basically a 1-19 chance for him. So only a 20 ends this potential rally. So Dobbs at the plate with a runner at second. Could cut it to 4-3 if he could get a single here. Against a lefty, 6-11, grounded first. That will end the inning as Mintkevich handles that. They do get a run. So, let's see. Phillies will stick with Durbin for another inning. Top of the 7th, 4-2. And, let's see. I think the Pirates can... Well, they're going to save Graybo for... So who is considered their closer out of these guys? It might be Graybo himself. Let's see. Who has saves? Not many saves in this bullpen. Hansen's 1. I guess Graybo would be the guy, the lefty. But they don't have a whole lot of other left-handed relievers. So, Just glancing at their card, I would say, oh, they have Sean Burnett. He did pitch an inning. They'll get him. They're going to save him for probably the if if they run into trouble. So I'm trying to look at Tyler Yates warming up, because that's going to be it for Snell. So here is top of the 7th, Freddie Sanchez facing Durbin. And that's going to be a grounder to Greg Dobbs, and Dobbs throws over, and the catch is made for out number 1. Doug Mintkevich, 1-15 single chance on the 2-7, and it's a 1, so good luck for the Pirates. Nate McLeod homered in the first, 1 for 3 against a lefty, 4-4. That's a catcher X. Again, Coast is a 4 rated catcher. And a 7 will be a passed ball look here. And a 5. Ooh, boy. Let's see. What's this? Okay, so we've got to look at PP and a 5, which is the rare play, right? PP. And a 5. With runners on, the pitch gets past the catcher for a pass ball. A runner on third holds. Other runners advance to next base. With no runner on. No. So it's going to be a passed ball without even having to check. We could, well, yeah, we will call that a passed ball regardless of the check of the wild pitch. So here's McLeod still. 2-8, 1-14 single. They're going to nickel and dime the Phillies to death here, and it's an 11. And the Phillies are going to have to start getting somebody else warming up here. They'll get J.C. Romero, the lefty, warming up. And so first and third, they're going to play with the infield in. Actually, they'll play with the... Yeah, they're gonna play with they'll play with the infield in here. Dome it at the plate. Might be early for the infield in, but against a lefty, 5-10. That's a grounder to second A. If we would have played with it back, that would have been an ending double play. But second base A, first and third. Runner on third, hold. Runner first advances to second. So it's going to be a 4-3. Now they'll play back, and with 2 outs, well, they will go to the bullpen to J.C. Romero. So making a change for the lefty Moss. Actually, I'm not sure Moss isn't better against lefties. But, well, do it anyway. So, let's see here. They're going to make a... They only have 1 outfield option off the bench. So they're going to stick with Moss here with 2 outs against Romero, second and third. 2-8. That's a grounder to second with the... You know what? If they were lucky, that didn't happen with the infield in, but that will be the end of the inning. So the Phillies do get out of that. So Romero in for basically 1 batter because his spot comes up second in the order. Phillies will, they're going to get, they'll get Ryan Madsen warming up. And so Snell is gone. And they will go with Tyler Yates here in the 8th. Actually, no, it's the bottom of the 7th. Excuse me. So, Chris Coast. Luge. Yeah, the Olympics are coming up here. So, Coast. 1-7, that's a grounder to short. And that will be the out. Number 1. Pinch hitter. They will call on Bruntlet to pinch hit here. Whoa. So Eric Bruntlet against Yates. Against a righty, 4-2, a ballpark home run, but he's a weak hitter against righty. So that's a 1-17 sink chance, and it's 17 right on the money. So Bruntlet will reach. And let's see, Yates -1. Let's see, 19. Bruntlet will try to get a lead here. 8 doesn't get it, so he'll hold tight with Rollins at the plate. 1 out, runner at first. By the way, the Pirates will be getting Sean Burnett warming up for Utley and Howard. Against a righty, it's a ground ball C. Bruntlet will be able to advance. The only play is to first for Sanchez, and so with 2 outs, it'll bring up Shane Victorino. Bruntlet at second. Against a lefty, 4-8. That's a single 2-star. That's going to bring home Bruntlet, and that's going to cut the lead to 4-3. And the Pirates are going to go back to the bullpen. We're going to call on Sean Burnett. Victorino will try to get a lead. He's got a lot of chances here. 2 through 5, 11 or 12. There's a 5, so he's got a, let's see, you got +3, -2, so add 1. 1-19 chance of getting to second. And now Ryan Howard at the plate. First and third. Uh-oh. The balk rating is fine, so there's a 0 balk rating, so it can't be a balk. Ryan Howard, 2 outs, lefty. Against a lefty, 4-10, fly ball to left. Is it going to be enough? No, it's going to be caught, and that will end the inning. They do pick up 1 run on 2 hits and an error, 2 left. And let's see, they got 2 innings to go. Let's see if the Pirates' pen can hold up. Phillies will bring in Ryan Madsen. For the 8th, it'll be Steve Pierce leading off. One to 6 single chance. It's an 8. That'll be a grounder to first. 1 out. Jose Bautista. Another 1-8. That's a strikeout. 2 outs. Luis Rivas. 4-7 strikes him out, and that will end the inning. So 1, 2, 3. The Pirates are going to bring in TJ Beam. Try and set this up for Graybo. Okay, so Pat Burrell against Beam. And Burrell strikes out on a 3-8, so that's 1 out. Jason Worth against a righty 5-4, catcher X Dome at 4-E3. 4 and 13, that will be a foul out, yes. Well, it could be an error. Let's see, 16 with an E3. So it's going to be the PFE1. Drops a foul, pop up for an error. Play resumes with the... Okay, so it's going to be... I have to remember to put that in. So Jason Worth still at the plate. 6-12 against a righty. That's a grounder to first. Mintkevich 2, E4. 2 and 6, he will get to it. E4 and 4 makes the play. So with 2 outs, Greg Dobbs. Foul ball. 6-4 against the lefty. Grounder to third. Bautista 3, E22. 3 and 6. He gets to it. Nobody on base. And E22 and an 8. We already looked this up. I think that's good. It is. All right, 1-2-3 inning for Beam. And we'll go to the 9th. Pirates still clinging to a 4-3 lead. And Phillies haven't had to use Lidge too much recently. They're going to bring him in here. Pitch the top of the 9th. So a pinch hitter for the Pirates. It'll be Jason Michaels. To face Lidge. That's a grounder back to Lidge, and Lidge makes the play. Freddie Sanchez. He's the Sanchez. 5-7, strikes him out. And 2 outs, Mintkevich. Lidge's only real problems are against lefties. Off his cards. 3-5, that's a 1-17 double chance for Mintkevich. Mintkevich having a really nice game here. That is a double, 3 for 5 on the day. And that brings up McLeod, another potential problem here for Lidge. He's really got to avoid the 4. 2-6 draws a walk. That's going to put 2 on for Domit, a switch hitter. So again, not out of dodge here yet. So Domit, 1-9. That's a grounder to second, and that will get him out of the inning. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 9th. 4-3 Pirates. They're going to turn to John Graybo to try to get this save. And if we do have to go extra innings, I'll probably have to cut a second video because my dinner is just about ready, and it's not going to be too popular if I miss out on it. So Chris Coast against Graybo. Against a lefty, 2-7 strikes out. 1 out. Pitcher spot, they will call on Carlos Ruiz. And I put the strikeout of Coast in the wrong hole, so. All right. Ruiz against Graybo. 4-7 against a righty. That's a walk, so the tying run is on base. And Bruntlett isn't in the game. So Jimmy Rollins against Graybo. A 1 column and high numbers would be really nice. 4-9 batting from the right side. That's a 1. Needs a 1 for a single. Gets a 6. That'll be a liner to short, and that's going to mean it's up to Shane Victorino here. Ruiz at first, 2 outs. See if Victorino can do something here. 6-9 batting from the right. That's a grounder to short. This is going to be Rivas. Could the inning extend? A 4E40. They aren't holding Ruiz on, so 4-13. He will get to it, and the question is whether the E40, if he survives that roll. 13 on an E40 at shortstop. And he makes the play. The Pirates are victorious. 6-3 is your scoring on that play. And the Pirates take game 2 of the series by a score of 4-3. Graybo with the save. Ian Snell earns the victory. The loss goes to Brett Myers. And that's it for us here at Citizens Bank Park. Unfortunately for the Phillies, they left quite a few guys on base here, so they'll try to get game 3 from the visiting Pirates, but all in all, I wasn't sure that the bullpen for the Pirates was going to be able to hang in there, but they did. So you Pirates fans that have hung around till the end, well, you can celebrate a victory here in South Philly. Go get yourselves a cheesesteak, and I don't know whether you like Pat's, Geno's, or Jim's, or who knows, wherever you want to go. Chicky and Pete's is at the stadium, but there's lots of places. So anyway, yeah, your hero in this game is let's see, Freddie Sanchez, 3-run homer in the 5th. That's going to do it. Game-winning runs batted in. And that will be it here from Citizens Bank Park. Thanks for watching. Check out Tabletop, Earl's most recent video. At the end, he gives you a list of some of the current active channels that are putting out videos just like this. Not only just like this, but also of other sports, things like that. You know, Earl and I, we try to keep the videos coming here on the channel, but it's, life does get in the way sometimes. So, thanks for supporting our channel. But, if you guys are ever looking for other projects that are going on, if you're new to this and you just found this channel, or another channel and you're not sure, what's out there, there are quite a few that are putting out games and that are pretty entertaining and will help you learn this game, these games that we play, because there are so many of them. Not just baseball, but football, basketball, golf, hockey, you name it. It's there. So thanks a lot. Catch you next time on Tabletop Baseball Plus. For Tabletop Earl, this is Tenacious Earl signing off. God bless, and enjoy your tabletop sports.